Sagittarius, hello, how are you? I hope you're alright. Let's get you a reading. I'm going to start with kind of overarching themes, okay? Then I will focus on career, then I will focus on love. That's the way we're going to do this set of readings on the channel. I thought I'd try doing it that way so that there's something for everyone instead of just getting what I get. We'll see how it works. It's good to try new things. Do bear in mind I'm pulling on collective Sagittarius energy. It's a trip. It does mean not necessarily every single message will be for you. Please be discerning in what you take as yours. Just, take a moment to ground yourself before you listen to the reading and be guided by your intuition. Alright. So anyway, let's look at some overarching themes. This reading really is valid for whenever you find it, by the way. If the title's piqued your interest, if it's come up on your feed, there's something in it for you, I believe. Right, overarching themes for Sagittarius, please. Overarching themes for Sagittarius. Overarching themes for Sagittarius. Page of Swords reverse. Three of Swords. Are you quite cynical, Sagittarius? Yeah, I'm just getting this kind of cynical vibe. That's very interesting, actually, because I sometimes do tarot backwards. Sometimes I sit there and I'm thinking, I wonder what the most cynical card in the deck is. And so I kind of Googled it last night, and Page of Swords reversed was one of the cards that came up. I do that. I like doing tarot backwards in that way. I mean, I just live, breathe, eat tarot. So whenever a circumstance or a feeling or a situation arises, I tend to think that way round, and I'm like, I wonder what cards fit this situation. Anyway, that's just me. Yeah. You may be cynical about tarot. Hi, welcome. You'll be all right. We'll be all right. You might surprise yourself. Ouch. Sorry, my cat is trying to get up and she's just dug her claws into my legs. Let's get you an oracle card alongside this, just for your overarching theme for at the moment. You've been hurt. You've been burned. That has a tendency to make people cynical, right? I get it. I mean, to be honest, my first thoughts when I was like, what's the most cynical card in the tarot was actually the Queen of Swords, which I've named this channel after. But the Page of Swords works too. A change in the wind. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like previously you were quite cynical, but because of how, because your emotions have been hurt in the past in one way or another, burned in one way or another, possibly, themes of betrayal, stuff like that. And it makes you very cynical to open up towards something. Hello. I have to, do the modesty cat's arse hand thing. Yeah. She's lovely. This is Betty, if you're new to the channel. Get used to her. You'll see her quite a lot. She's a Taurus, but hey, she's turned up for the Sag reading. Where was I? Number 12, a change in the wind. Let me just show you this card, because sometimes the symbolism on these oracle cards in particular can speak directly to you. A little wink from the universe. For all I know, zebras are super important to you. Yep, thank you. A change in the wind. When we've been burned, it's sometimes hard for us to open up again, right? And I feel like you've been through a bit of a period of kind of recovery with regards to an emotional loss that you've suffered. And you're sort of just coming out of that, I think, and just starting to open up again from past cynicism. That could be towards, I mean, this is your overarching theme. I think it's just in a general sense, to be honest. But we'll look, when we look at the specific areas, we will look. She's very off-putting. It's really annoying. I mean, obviously I love her to bits because she's my cat. But I got two. 12 reduces to 3. That's 3. 2 3s you've got out. You... To me, 3s speak of a kind of a sense of expansion and that opening that I've already spoke about. It does feel like things are a bit of a turning point for you at the moment after a period of cynicism. Let's see how this applies to more career-focused things for you. Let's get you some cards specific to career. And I kind of use that word quite loosely, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what we get. If you could sit still, you see, it'd be fine. But when you're walking all over, knocking all my cards, it's difficult. What can you tell me about career for Sagittarius, please? What can you tell me about career for Sagittarius? Thank you very much. A 6 of Wands. Oh, I like it. A 2 of Wands reversed. I think... Oh, I like this. I really like this for you. Oh, God, cat, seriously. I'm so sorry. I can't even feed her because it's nowhere near feeding time. Like, I know you want a fuss. I know you want a fuss. You always want a fuss. You wanted a fuss at 5:30 this morning. I'm sorry, did you come here for a tarot card reading? You're just getting my cat. 6 of Wands. Recognition. I feel that, you know, whatever your career is, it's like you're starting to be seen, you're starting to be recognised, your qualities and talents are starting to be recognised. But also tied into that, perhaps in the past you've been a little bit afraid even to be seen and to show yourself and even to have confidence in your talents. But here I'm seeing an increased confidence in your talents. Some of you have literally just got back from a work trip, by the way. That's just for some of you. See how my readings flit about? It comes in and I have to say it. And then the cat jumps on the table, and yeah, there's a lot of orange. There's a lot of orange in your this bit of your reading. You're not afraid to speak and be heard, you know? You're not afraid to show yourself, show your talents, increase confidence. And it's almost like, do you know what? Maybe I'll be received well, maybe I'll receive badly, but if I show myself, in the way that I know, so sorry, sits right with me, then I'm less invested in the reception I get from others compared to perhaps what I would have been in the past, if that makes sense. I really like it for you. This is quite specific, but some of you, you see how she's sort of speaking to an audience. So I feel that some of you and this could be a recent change for some of you as well. Some of you are either gaining confidence in this area or are moving into this area, the area being public speaking in some sort of capacity. So like, you know, a YouTube channel would fit this energy, but it doesn't have to be that. You know, it could be teaching to whatever audience. Something that involves maybe like giving presentations to an audience. Even singing. I mean, Six of Wands, particularly this one, it can be performing, you know, literally performing to an audience. So something like singing or performing music or acting or something like that. Although I think that's a very small number of you. But in a general sense, you know, it's delivering what you have to deliver to the audience you want to deliver it to with an increased sense of confidence. You know, if some of you are trying to get funding or trying to pitch something to someone, I do see it being received very well and people thinking really highly of you. But I think part of the reason for that is almost such because you just have that air of not actually being that invested in how it's received, because you have such confidence and it all sits just so right within you, that yeah, that's such a powerful kind of paradox, isn't it, really? Like, the less you give a shit what people think, the higher that they tend to think of you, the better you tend to be received. It's that paradox that's going on here that's quite interesting, actually. Shall we just get one more card for your career bits, and then we'll move on to love. Anything else for Sag for career? Because I don't like having cards in piles of twos. Anything else for career for Sagittarius? Ten of Wands. You've worked really hard, really hard to kind of get to where you are. You see that path that she's travelled down. You know, it's been kind of arduous. I think that feeling of kind of heaviness and the hard work's about to pay off, I believe, but that feeling of, oh, this is so difficult, like just being weighed down by tasks, kind of, but not just by tasks, it's almost like the weight of other people's expectations as well. I feel you really kind of freeing yourself from that energy, you know, in the way we've already spoke of, really. This feels more like sort of past energy to me. Also, I think you might be a bit of a trailblazer in a sense as well, because and I often get this from this particular Ten of Wands card, which I know is far out for the Ten of Wands, but you see how this path that's behind her, it's like there's torches that are lit up. There's this sense of somebody lighting the way, and of somebody being inspirational as well. It's like you're an inspiration to others. I mean, that's kind of present in both of these cards, isn't it? Anyway, like six of Wands can carry that energy anyway, and then we're seeing it again in the Ten of Wands with the fact that it's almost like you are using your difficult experiences in life to help other people navigate their difficult experiences in some capacity. And I just see you carrying it off. I really do, Sag. So, yay! I like it when I deliver good messages. Let's move on to love now. I didn't actually do a timestamp for when I started with career. Okay, roughly speaking, 1433 for love. Love, Sag. What's going on with love for you? I mean, likely this betrayal that we spoke about at the beginning of the reading, likely that could apply to a past heartbreak. and the resulting cynicism, but like I say, things are turning round. Okay. Anything on love for Sagittarius, please? Anything on love for Sagittarius? Six of Pentacles, that's nice. I like that in a love situation. It's not massively sexy, but it's nice. Page of Cups reversed. Ooh, we got 2 reverse pages. Interesting. I kind of see you growing up a bit. I don't really like putting it like that. But you've got 2 reverse pages, and this is what I mean. It's all going to link in anyway. You've got 2 reverse pages, and I sort of see you coming out of this energy of the page with them being reversed. So pages can be a little naive, put it that way. Possibly a bit immature. And we're talking about naivety relating to emotion, relating to love, relating to expectations in love, but also in relation to communication. Okay? I see you shifting out of naivety with regards to love, specifically around the area of expression, communication. It's almost like in the past you maybe expected people to mind read a bit, and that's what a relationship should look like somebody just anticipating what you're thinking, feeling, anticipating your needs. But you're starting to recognise that if you want to balance with someone in a fair and equal way, you kind of have to let go of that expectation whereby someone can just mind read or, easily just magically know your emotions. And of course, there can be a certain emotional flow within a relationship where that can happen quite easily. But at other times it does need work. And I just feel like you're recognising that. And becoming a little less cynical about love. The Fool's come out in reverse. I'm not seeing an immediate jumping into something new with someone. I'm sort of seeing in your energy the idea that you'd like to start something new with someone. But there's a bit of a resistance to that with the Fool. I'll show you it upright, but it did come out in reverse. That's obviously if you're single. If you are with someone, then I'm getting the sense that there's the idea of starting a new chapter with this person and putting something behind you, kind of moving on from past difficulties, but opening up to that new chapter with your person. There's some resistance to it. Let me just find out what that resistance is. Why is this Fool in reverse, please, for Sagittarius? This is resistance to opening a new chapter. 7 of Cups, confusion. Some of you might be really spending quite a lot of time thinking about what you want. What do you actually want in a relationship? That, if you're single, I don't think you quite have clarity in yourself what you want in a relationship with the 7 of Cups in reverse. And in terms of what qualities do I want in a partner, what does my ideal relationship look like? There's definitely the idea of starting something new in your energy, but it's like you haven't pinned it down yet, or so much that you might have taken some action towards it, but it feels a bit half-hearted. If I'm honest, Seven of Cups is like kind of my internet dating card, by the way. You know, because you know, like when you're on those blooming screens with all those faces, and you're like, I just see him like picking faces. Oh. So yes, some of you may be doing that, but you're just feeling really half-hearted about it, which I can understand, by the way. I mean, let's not get too personal here, but yeah, I think you might find it quite well. Yeah, I think that cynicism is energy of cynicism is creeping back in here, and I totally get that. Like, it's like finding a needle in a haystack or something. I don't know, but part of it, I think, you just I get the impression you just haven't quite defined within yourself what you want out of a relationship. If you're single, if you're with someone, I mean, the same thing kind of applies in terms of there is the idea of starting a new chapter within that existing relationship, but what does that look like? What do we both want? Specifically you, Sag, you are... This feeling that I'm getting of I don't know what I want, I'm not quite expressing it. You can see I'm getting frustrated. It's because I'm trying to articulate it. It's about a lack of blueprints. It's about a lack of modelling for that healthy relationship. I think that's why you're feeling a bit lost at sea. And I, you know, culturally, the messages we receive about relationships are highly questionable. So that doesn't make for a very good blueprint. And, you know, I suspect your upbringing hasn't left you with that blueprint or model for what a healthy relationship looks like. I often get that with the Fool in reverse. It's like, well, where's my map? Where's my blueprints? You know, you're having to create your own blueprint, basically. And kind of running alongside it is a bit of this cynicism creeping in that, like, maybe it's just impossible. Maybe what I want is impossible. Maybe I want this. You see, one of these cups has got a rainbow. You know, maybe what I want is just kind of that Ten of Cups in reverse fantasy. And yeah, those are all questions for you to kind of sort out for yourself, Sag, isn't it? Because a lot of what is modelled to us about relationships is pure fantasy, really, with regards to other people completing us and other people fixing us. And, you know, I think you're aware of these issues, but then I think you're sort of left a bit, so how do I approach a healthy relationship then? What does a fair and equal exchange look like between me and someone else? Yeah. So I'm not seeing... let me just get another card more... Because this is more kind of... I've spoken so far kind of about what's on your mind and stuff, but in terms of what actually might be happening in your love life soon, let's just see that. What actually might be happening in terms of, you know, whether someone new is coming in, if you're single, or... what actually might be the outcome here for Sagittarius? Justice in reverse. Ah, right, okay. Wow, yeah. You got the Lovers. in the love section of the reading. I'm very much reading that as a choice. Okay. Justice in reverse. Let me just get one more on this justice in reverse, because there's a sense of unfairness with justice in reverse. It's actually the major arcana version of this energy, which we've already spoke about, you know, with regards to balancing with people and not quite having that blueprint to balance. I really see an opportunity opening up for you, actually, to learn more about what we've discussed. You know, how do I have that healthy balance? It feels like someone could be coming in who can provide you with that safe space to explore the issues that we've been discussing. You know, or if you are with someone already, I do think there is a opportunity to kind of deepen what's already with you, to take an even deeper look at what we've been discussing. Yeah, does that make sense? Justice. Tell me more about this justice in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Very interesting. This could be someone you meet. You know, we were talking about this Six of Wands and how you're... I think you might meet them all if you're single and this is a new person. I think you might meet them organically. You know, it's not going to be through this internet dating. It may be through putting yourself out there in a work sense, the way we've already discussed, because the way we've got the Six of Wands out again. And I think what might bring them in is that energy of kind of I don't give a shit that we've talked about, which isn't arrogant, by the way. It's not arrogant. It's just feeling really comfortable and aligned within yourself. Yeah, I like that for you. Should I do a time check on that? Let's do a time check on that. When might this happen for Sag? When might this happen for Sag? When might this happen for Sagittarius? This lover's connection that is coming on in. The Tower. 16th. 10 of Wands. So that's 10 days for some of you. Or the 10th might be important. I'll get one more. Oh, the Fool in reverse again. That's interesting, because that's less of a time indication and a more of when you do this. So it is about embracing that. You see, we've got it twice. It is about... It will come in, I believe, when you are open. You know, the Fool is that open-heartedness and openness towards something new. It's like when you get this energy upright, when that, yeah, when you're in a place where you're open to it, that's when I sort of see it coming in for you. Some of you are going to be at different stages regarding that energy than others. So 10 days for some of you is, you know, an indicator, and then we've got the 15th of whatever month. So I think I think it's the 14th today. The 15th of March is tomorrow, so that's quite soon. Yeah, let me just finish up for you with a little fortune card, fortune cookie card, and then we'll wrap this reading up. Okay, I hope you've... Let me know what you think of this format of reading, okay? Because, you know, as a reader, yeah, it's good to do things a bit differently for the different blocks of readings, because it gets a bit love focused otherwise, and I as a reader it does get a bit much. Okay, challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts. Betty, she's now helping herself to elastic bands, which doesn't matter. Challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Another fortune cookie. You aren't meant to eat elastic bands. It will hurt you. Oh my gosh, half of this reading has been me telling my cat off. I'm so sorry. The messages are there though, I hope you took something from them. Love life. Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. I think, that's for if you're already in a relationship, isn't it? So yeah, opening that new chapter with somebody you're already with. There is that energy available to you if you want it. I don't know your circumstances. You may decide that opening your heart to a new chapter with this person is not appropriate and is not right and is not fair, okay? That's up to you. I'll get one more of these and then we'll go. Before Betty causes absolute carnage. Okay. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. All right, they're just a little bit of fun. Take it as you will. Sagittarius, I hope that made sense. Let me know, my loves, in the comments. It's been lovely pulling cards for you. If you like the way I read, do subscribe. If you appreciate the reading, give it a thumbs up as well. And I will catch you for an in-depth reading in about 2 weeks, and hopefully at some point soon, an all signs. All right, bye.